Hello everyone, myself is Priyanka Shahane and I am currently working as an assistant professor at SCTR's Pune Institute of Computer Technology. In this video, we are going to study how to implement decision tree using Sklearn library of machine learning. This is my short introduction. First of all, let us see what is decision tree. Decision tree is a graphical representation for getting all the possible solutions to a problem, or we can say decision based on given conditions. In the decision tree, internal nodes represent the features of our data set. Branches represent the decision rules and each leaf node represents the outcome. Features which provides us maximum information about the class of our data sample are selected as internal nodes of the decision tree. A decision tree simply asks a question and based on answer that is yes or no, it further splits the tree into subtrees until the output class is reached. This is a diagram of decision tree. In this diagram, the node represented with green color is known as root node. Root node is the topmost node in the decision tree. This node contains some feature and based on value of that feature, we split our decision tree further into two or more subtrees. All the internal nodes in this decision tree are represented with blue color. These nodes also contain some features and based on values of those features, we split our decision tree further or we reach to the final output classes. All the leaf nodes in this decision tree are represented with pink color and these leaf nodes contains labels of our final output classes. Now let us see an example of decision tree. In this example, we are going to predict whether the candidate will accept or decline the job offer. This decision is based on different parameters like salary, distance from home and cab facility provided by the office. First parameter that we have considered over here is salary is between 50,000 to 80,000 and when this condition is true at that time it will move to the branch yes and next condition will be checked and when this condition is false at that time it will move to the branch no and offer will get declined. Our next condition is office is near to home. When this condition is true, at that time it will move to the branch yes and next condition will be checked. And when this condition is false, at that time it will move to the branch no and offer will get declined. Our next condition is provides cab facility and when this condition is true, at that time it will move to the branch yes and offer will get accepted by the candidate. And when this condition is false, at that time it will move to the branch no and offer will get declined by the candidate. In this way, we can use decision tree to make decisions. Now let us see how to implement decision tree programmatically using Python. Our first line of code is import numpy as np. Here we have imported numpy library which is required for different mathematical and analytic operations and stored it inside variable named as np. Our next line of code is import pandas as pd. Here we have imported pandas library which is required to deal with datasets and stored it inside variable named as pd. Then from Sklearn.tree library, we have imported export graphviz package. This package is required for visualizing our decision tree. In the next line of code, from 6 library, we have imported string.io package. This package is required for input-output operations related to the string. Then from ipython.display library, we have imported image package. This package is required for creating JPG, PNG or GIF image from the provided raw data. In the next line of code, we have imported py.plus library. This library provides Python interface to graph with .language. Our next line of code is from Sklearn import datasets. Here we have imported some inbuilt datasets from Sklearn library. After loading the dataset, appropriate message should be displayed to the end user. Therefore, here we have written data loaded message inside print function, and this function will get executed once we load dataset inside variable named as df. Now we need to define independent and dependent variables. Variable x is our independent variable and it contains all the features in our dataset. As we are using iris flower dataset, our features are sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width. Variable y contains the output values, and those output values are nothing but the categories of flowers. In our iris flower dataset, we have three types of flowers, and the category of flower is dependent upon values of all these features. Each category is denoted by one number. As we are having three categories of flower, here we have used number 0, 1 and 2 to denote each category. To print the data stored inside variable x and y, here we have used print function, and this is the output of print x function. It has returned all the features and its values corresponding to each record in our data set, and this is the output for print y. Here we got the categories of flowers corresponding to the features in our data set. Now we need to split our data set into two parts, that is training data and testing data. And this can be done with the help of train test split package of Sklearn library. Here training data is used to train our machine learning model, and our testing data is used to check the accuracy of our trained machine learning model. For this, we need to split our dataset into four parts. Variable xtrain contains features of our training dataset. Xtrain contains features for our testing dataset. Ytrain contains output class labels corresponding to the features in training dataset. Ytest contains output class labels corresponding to the features in testing dataset. For splitting our data into training and testing data, we have train test split function under Sklearn library. And parameters passed to this function are x, which contains all the features, y, which contains output class labels corresponding to the features, and random state is equal to 1. It is used to shuffle our data set. Stratify is equal to y, and test size is equal to 0.3. It means here we are splitting our data set in the ratio of 70:30. Means out of 100 records, 70 records will go for training and remaining 30 records will go for testing. Our next line of code is from sklearn.tree import decision tree classifier. Here we have imported decision tree classifier algorithm of machine learning from Sklearn library. To store this algorithm, we have created variable named as CLF. Now we need to train our machine learning algorithm, which is decision tree, and this can be done with the help of fit function. Parameters passed to this fit function are x underscore train and y underscore train, because if you remember in the previous line of code we have stored feature set of our training data set inside variable x underscore train, and corresponding output class labels are stored inside variable named as y underscore train. Now we have successfully trained our decision tree classifier, and it can predict output class labels when we provide corresponding set of features. To store output class labels predicted by our classifier, we have created variable named as ypred. Here we are using predict function which comes under decision tree classifier package, and before predict we have written CLF, because if you remember we have stored our decision tree classifier inside variable named as CLF. Here we have followed the format object.its method. Parameter passed to this predict function is x underscore test, because in the previous line of code we have stored feature set of our testing data set inside variable named as x underscore test. To print the output predicted by our decision tree classifier, we have written it inside print function. It has returned values 2, 0 and 1. Here each number indicates one category of iris flower. Now we need to check accuracy of our trained decision tree classifier, and this can be done with the help of accuracy underscore score package of Sklearn matrix library. This package provides function named as accuracy underscore score, and it has parameters y underscore test which corresponds to the output class labels from our testing data set, and y underscore pred which corresponds to output class labels predicted by our trained decision tree model. In the similar way, confusion matrix can be printed using confusion matrix package of Sklearn matrix library. It returns various values like true positive, true negative, false positive and false negative. Here we can see our accuracy score is 0.97. It means out of 100 records, 97 records are classified correctly by our decision tree classifier. And this is confusion matrix. Now we have stored our decision tree classifier inside variable named as dot underscore data, and we have used export underscore graphics function to visualize our decision tree. Parameters passed to this function are CLF. CLF indicates our classifier. Out underscore file, it indicates our output file name. Field is boolean variable which is set to true, and it will highlight all the majority classes. Rounded is also a boolean variable, it is set to true and it will round off all the edges in our nodes. Special characters is also a boolean variable and it is set to true. This variable will allow special characters in our decision tree. Feature underscore names will contain all the features in our dataset, and class underscore names will contain all the output class labels in our dataset. Then in the next line of code, we have used py.plus to provide Python interface to graph-based.language. And then our final output image is created using create underscore png function of graph package. Thank you for watching.